is my depiction of the fourfold resurrection. Matthew, Mark, and Luke. We're excluding John because we didn't need to. We'll begin with Mark. Take and point every single detail as that is important for each gospel. It ties to the theological importance of their work and what they are trying to communicate. Mark was written in 70 CE for persecuted Roman Christians. Notice the deterioration of the ground, the cobwebs on the side. That's his style, raw, urgent, using the word immediately 42 times in his gospel. Inside, you see scattered linens, an empty map representing uncertainty. Nothing to see here. You see a young man dressed in white, not an angel, a young man. The same one that was depicted at Jesus' arrest, running away naked. Outside, you see Mary Magdalene, Mary of James, and Salome, all running away, mid-flee. This is the original ending of Mark. Quote, they said nothing to anyone, for they were afraid. Second, we have Matthew, written 80 to 90 CE for a Jewish Christian community, writing to prove Jesus as the prophesied Messiah. Here in the hill, you see a crack. That is the earthquake, depicted in Matthew 28:2, found nowhere else. A beacon atop, representing the angel who descended from heaven. Come to the left, and you find two guards dressed in iron, depicted only in this to argue that against the concept that the disciples stole the body, the Jewish accusation. And here you can find gold ingots to represent that the chief priests bribed the guards to lie in Matthew 28:12. Here you see the angel shining, clothing white as snow, as depicted by Matthew. As you walk over here, you find the Great Commission platform. You find a lectern angled out towards 11 disciples. Bookshelves behind it, symbolizing Matthew as a scholarly and scribal author who cites Hebrew scriptures 10 times in his account with the formula, this fulfilled what the prophet said. Finally, we have Luke, written in the same era as Matthew, for a Theophilus and a Greco-Roman audience. Here you can see a well-organized garden, the tombstone rolled to the side, and a sandstone tomb. Because Joseph of Arimathea was a wealthy man. Two figures inside, not one. That's Luke 24:4. 5 women outside. Luke 24:10 specifically names one as Joanna. Specifically, nowhere else in any gospel. Over here you find a man looking into a miniature tomb. This is to signify Peter, standing alone, solo, checking the tomb, as depicted in Luke 24:12. Here we have the Emmaus Road. The sign says 7 miles to Jerusalem, only depicted in this gospel. As you walk inside, you see Jesus. You see raw fish on the ground. This was eaten to prove that he was physical, that he was not a ghost. As you walk outside, you see a beacon coming from the top to symbolize the ascension that is only included in Matthew. 3 different gospels, 3 different crises, 3 different communities, 3 different theological agendas, each depicting the same exact scenario, shaped around one event. Luke wrote proof into a world that doubted the body. Matthew wrote mission into a people without a temple. And Mark wrote fear into an empire of fear. That is what the differences mean, and that is why they are here. I don't care.